What's up guys, William John Raitt back with another episode of Design and Invest. This one is a quick sort of ADU project that I'm helping a client on real quick. This is in Cypress Park, Highland Park adjacent. It's a pocket of LA that's very hip, desirable, and an area that's transitioning from what used to be kind of hood to now hipster. So from hood to hipster. Maybe that's a good title for the episode, Hood to Hipster. So what we have here is a 5-unit project with an added ADU. He may have added 2 ADUs. I wasn't part of that process. They had a nightmare tenant here that was basically squatting, not paying rent for the whole pandemic and just causing a big problem. They're out now, and so we are renovating pretty quickly just the 1-bedroom unit for my client that she was living in. And again, just rental grade. We're not doing anything crazy over here, but we're saving a lot of money. I'll show you how we're saving that money and the value add we're applying to the unit so he can get max rents for it. But these are the kind of properties that I'm gonna be really focusing on the next year or two now that things have changed in the real estate world. I'm positioning myself more sort of away from new construction, you know, duplex style, because the money is not cheap. Like the carrying cost is not cheap. The city is still backed up, so plans are not approved super quickly. And every day that goes by with properties like that, you're just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. So these kind of properties are really where I'm focusing my efforts on right now. And I'm doing a lot of them for clients. And you'll see in upcoming videos, projects just like this. So let me give you a for instance, okay? My client, I don't know the full background of this, but I'll just give you a scenario, and it's probably one that falls closely to where his story lies. This house, single family home in the front, 3 units in the back, okay? That's what I believe the makeup of this originally was when he bought it. It's 3 small units in the back and 1 bigger single family home. I believe what he did was he converted one of the back half of the house into into 1 ADU, and then he did a detached in the back. So underutilized, probably haven't raised the rents on these tenants that were living here forever. He was able to get it completely vacant, which is the key for properties like this. You get them underutilized, you fix them up, you get the market rents for them, and then you bring in the value add with the ADUs. And that's where you get the tremendous, that's where they pencil completely different. So your competition, when they're looking at these type of properties, they're not thinking they could build an ADU because he squeezed it in the back. You'll see, like it's 10 pounds of shit, 5-pound bag, which is great. It's LA. They're allowing these things now. They're loosening up the laws and regulations and allowing you to build more units. Single family homes, you're allowed to do 2 detached ADUs, and you only have to be 4 feet from any structure. So that's you know, you can smack something pretty much anywhere you want in the backyard. But let's walk through. I'll show you the unit that we're helping him rehab, and I'll show you the grounds and sort of walk you through what you can do with these kind of properties and why not do it. I mean, these are easier than new construction, complete new construction for sure. One of the little side projects that my client had me help him with, all of these gas meters were underneath the house, and that's how they read them, which is pretty wild that it was ever like that. So I installed a new manifold here for him and braced each line. So you have 5 individual gas meters that are gonna be installed, but they require you to stub them up and get them ready, and then they put the risers and stuff in the meters. So now it's time for them to set the meters. All these little red things are earthquake shutoff valves. So when an earthquake happens, a little ball falls in and blocks it from the gas from going into the house and exploding if there is an emergency or what have you. But yeah, so I did this for him, helped him get this stubbed up and ready for the gas. So now meters, utilities, he's done. He can start renting these. Okay, so behind me, this is the unit that we're helping him put some lipstick on and get it rentable and quickly. I think this was a 9-day project, 8-day project. And out, I'll show you the befores, and we'll walk there in a minute. But let's talk about the grounds real quick, okay? So the main house, that structure and this structure, I believe, is what was here when he bought it, 3 units. Then these 2 units right here were, I believe, a part of the main house that he carved off and made little 1-bedrooms out of. Super smart. Now he's got 5-6 units here, and very, very rentable. So we'll get to that one in a minute, but let's look back here. You'll see took advantage of the entire, this entire lot has structures on it, but it reads well, it walks around, you're fine. This unit was here, this was renovated. We can walk in real quick to see the finishes. I believe he's setting up some of these for Airbnb, so they're starting to bring in some supplies for that. I'm not doing the rentals for Airbnb on this one for him. I do have a few other ones that I manage for him. But if you look at the finishes, it's very straightforward, you know? Not a big unit, but this is a small little 1-bedroom rental. In this area, you'll probably get $2,200 to $2,500 for this unit. And you know, I don't even think it has AC. I think it's just heater. So. So the unit here in the back, this is a 2-story ADU that he built. And this is basically on the property line. You may be 4 feet, 5 feet from the back setback and the other area too. It's back to an alley, so there's like a little sliver of parking back here and access, but this is really the value add. I mean, he added a 3-bedroom ADU here. Each of these 4 structures are 1-bedroom units. Then the main house, I believe, is another 3-bedroom unit. So you have probably a rent roll of $17,000, I would say here, per month. He probably bought this property for 1.3 or something, you know, and then his all in. I mean, he's looking good. This is a very sophisticated investor and developer, and he knows what he's doing. But these are a lot easier play in the current climate, in the current market, than the new construction plays are. Yeah, you have a new construction element with the ADU, but the fix and flip rehab type stuff over here goes a lot quicker. So he could do all of this simultaneously while you're doing this. But it worked out for him, and I think he's going to keep this one. Actually, I don't think he's going to sell this one. I would keep it if I were him. This is a pretty solid investment here, and this area is just going to get better and better and better. But let's jump into the unit that we're helping them rehab real quick, and I'll talk to you about the features and show you some befores of this unit. It was pretty disgusting before. Okay, so this unit, the owner wanted to just get it rentable, but nice rentable. You know, you have to check a few boxes to get the max values in this area. One of those boxes is washer and dryer in the unit. Nobody wants to go to a laundromat anymore to do their washing, so we were able to fit that in the kitchen. This place, the plumbing was leaking for years. The whole underneath was just a disaster. We had to do all new plumbing for this unit. The electrical, we just put new switches, new receptacles and switches, and new faceplates, so it looks nice and clean. We painted everything white. We re-skimmed a couple of the walls where the texture was wrong or off. Replaced the fans with new fans. These 2 front windows were actually in terrible shapes. One of them had an AC running through it. The other one was just in bad shape. So we replaced those 2 windows with some retrofit windows. It looks very clean, new. We went right on top of the flooring that was here before, which was tile with vinyl flooring, and I got a good deal on this flooring, and I have a really good cheap installer, so just right over the top, boom, looks brand new. In here in the kitchen, this kitchen, as you'll see from this little B-roll, was in terrible shape. The cabinets they didn't look salvageable. The owner's like, look, I don't want to put in a brand new kitchen. Can you make those work and just put new countertops and backsplash and stuff? And I said, you know what, I'll make it work. This is just rent on a budget type of situation. So they actually look really nice. They came together good. They were hardwood construction, so it was easy to paint them and get them in shape. So if you look, we painted the insides white, and then the outside's nice gray color. Used these nice new pools. We did a cool butcher block countertops. It's cheaper than stone, and you don't have to hire a fabricator and pay him for that. So my handyman can do this. And the backsplash is some leftover tile from another job. And then appliances, the fridge will go right here. The fridge is already on order. It should be here any minute. And then over here will be the stove. We put a new range hood. We put a couple new outlets in. There was no outlet for the stove. There was no outlet for there was no garbage disposal before, so we worked it in where there's gonna be a push button garbage disposal. The area over here was cabinetry in a very sort of hodgepodge area. We plumbed in washer and dryer here. It was all in this area already, so it wasn't too hard to plumb this in and then vent it out. And so we have the washer and dryer coming right now, stackable. And then on top of that, we have this cool floating shelf that matches the butcher block that we're gonna float right on top of the washer and dryer for, you know, your detergent and stuff like that. And so this kitchen came out completely night and day from what it was before. And now you check those important boxes that you need to check. The bathroom was a little easier. The tile was in good shape. The plumbing was not, so we redid the plumbing on that, but we were able to keep all the tile. And so now, as long as this place gets a good little cleaning, it's ready to rent. Okay, so we're here in the bedroom. The bedroom, we re-skimmed a little bit of the surfaces. There was a couple holes on the wall over here. We patched those. We put a new fan. We put a new closet door. The mirror was cracked on the other one. And but again, all rental grade stuff, nothing that's gonna break the bank. But now you have, you know, we put some nice handles too. Door handles, we changed those up, made them look fresh. The door was actually in decent shape, we just painted it. And then let's check out the bathroom real quick. Okay, in here in the bathroom, we replaced the vanity and we re-skimmed and textured the walls in here. Repainted it all. It was like an ugly yellow, green or blue color. And then we put some floating shelves on the wall behind the toilet where there was an ugly cabinet that was in really terrible shape. You know, new pools, not pools, but new towel bars. And new faucets. The tile in here was fine. We didn't do anything with that. We didn't even reglaze the tub. It was in decent shape. Just needs a good cleaning. The shower valve at the bottom needs to be replaced, and we're replacing the shower head as well. But other than that, it didn't really need that much work aside really from the plumbing and just cosmetics. But again, we ran the floors, which are waterproof, these vinyl floors, throughout the entire unit. So in here and out there, the same floors. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. And you know, remember, if you're looking to invest in something, these are a good place to start. I know you're dealing with, you know, a big purchase price, you know, so but if you can get somebody involved with you to help bridge that, I'm telling you, these are very little risk. You know, you're rehabbing, you're renting these out for way more than what was here before, and then you can refinance these. You can refinance out your capital and then just move it to the next one, and these will cash flow. The ADU, that's really the great value add, but just buying these and rehabbing these and extracting every last bit, every last drop of value is really, really the key. And you know, watch, subscribe for more content, and remember, guys, design, invest, and repeat.